headed to?
So today we're going to Spruce Grove, the Yellowhead Regional Library. It was one of our earlier projects. We did it last summer, actually.
Good to go?
Got my Timmies fired up. He's happy.
My name is David Gould and I'm accounting site services at Yellowhead Regional Library. Our particular focus was on the cathedral ceiling in the center of the building. The lighting was very poor and we had planned on having that repaired for a number of years.
Hey guys, it's Bill again with Innovaled LED. We're in Spruce Grove today doing a tour of a job we did last summer at the Yellowhead Regional Library. We did everything, all the lights, a full conversion, and I believe the energy savings total was $15,000 per year in energy.
We're looking for the savings through LED and it has certainly proven we're using a lot less power.
We had to hire a bucket truck to come and take down the old shoebox poles that had, I believe it was a 200 watt
Halogen light.
metal halide bulb. Replace that with a snake style head LED pole head. It's got a built-in photo sensor, which pretty common now to have built in.
And in particular the back parking area, it lights up the parking great. Oh, it definitely improves the safety, no doubt about that.
Just a couple more wall lights we installed back here. I believe there were 60 watts, wall packs, classic style glass, built-in photo cell. The building has a timer system, so it actually doesn't affect it at all when it has the photo cell built in. So this is another light that we installed at previous buildings. It's canopy LED light with built-in photo sensor.
And it works.
It works. We decided to install new switches and timer switches for all of the washrooms, just to help them out, and I think it's just cleaner, I guess, too, for washrooms especially. Timer for the fans and a motion sensor for the light switches. So we're going through the back way, by the way, so come on in. So these are the 8-foot vapor tight LED fixtures.
The cathedral lighting was a definite upgrade in bringing the lights lower because they used to be right up on the ceiling, and so bringing them lower provided much better lighting for the people that were working in that area.
They are roughly 75 watts, super nice, super efficient. Before, this area here basically had no light because we actually had to remove the fixtures that was originally here. The light now is directed downwards, and we changed because the switches before, they're just mixed up.
They were.
Yeah, the switches before.
No rhyme or reason to how they were.
Yeah. There was no order to the old lights because it's kind of just like random. You had to like basically guess if you didn't know.
Yeah, you've been being here for 10 years.
Yeah. So now they're in order. So it's
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yep.
And it actually works.
Yes. So this is the loading dock. So it was all metric tubes we installed here. So lots of like the government buildings or like the Alberta buildings, the older ones, they have like metric fixtures. So
ones that were built around the late 80s, early 90s.
Right, so what David said, they chose to just go with metric. I'm not sure why, they just did. So I just want to show you guys the actual product inside. So we did over 300 fixtures in this area here. Standard metric 4-foot tubes. They replaced the 32 watt fluorescent tubes. Standard's a super good brand. I like it a lot. So just basic installation. This is a type C installation, which means that these tubes work with the electronic ballast inside. If it was a type A, it means that it have an external driver that works specifically with the tube. I prefer to go with type C because if the tube burns out, that most other tubes should work with the ballast. If you go with type A, the external driver is made specifically for that tube only, so it'd be harder to find. There's a chance that you can't get that same tube in the future. So I think it's better option to go with type C. The older lenses, they're starting to get old, turn brittle and pale and turn yellow from the heat from the old ballast and the lights. So we decided to change them to brand new custom cut lenses, milky color. I highly recommend that if you do this on a major scale, to order a sample and test if it actually fits and test that it's actually the right one, because you don't want to go through ordering all of it and then have it not be the right one. So order a sample. These things are not cheap. Before, all of these lights here, they're now flush mount down lights. I don't remember the wattage. I think they're like 14 or 15 watts. Just to let you guys know, when you're doing this, to make sure that you really measure out the downlight that you're buying, because they usually say like 6 to 7 inch or like 9 to 10 inch or whatever. That's because the cutout hole, it's always going to be different for like every location. So we actually had to install a trim on the outside of the downlights to actually make it fit properly. So sometimes you gotta do that for downlights. New exit lights.
Oh yes, the exit lights, they're really nice.
Yeah, I like them.
Like the green.
Yeah. The lights in here are rarely on, right? Because you guys have so much natural light coming in.
Not in the wintertime.
Right.
Yeah, so they're on. They're on sometimes.
Okay.
Undercover.
Yeah, so we did some under counter lights too. There's more in the front reception, which you'll see. Yeah. So.
It's all good.
This area here, obviously for any building, it's important to have a nicely lit reception area. So, clients couldn't see what's going on. Before, which I'll try to use a picture of before, super orange, super dim, couldn't see anything. Lots of the valence lights weren't working, which is a common issue. We did everything here. You want to come onto this side. Downlights, and Lori's got nice valence lighting throughout her work area as well.
I am Lori Hawk. I'm the Administrative Associate here at Yellowhead Regional Library. The lights had never been done before. It was things like flooring or painting, but the lights were always just the same. I think people coming in for meetings, especially in the boardroom, they do see how much brighter it is. Quite often we have to keep the blinds closed because we're using the smart board. So it's just the lights. And especially with the wall sconces, they've been really impressed with how it looks, and it's just so bright and airy. So we've been really happy about that. When I come in now and turn on the lights, it's so beautiful and bright. I love natural light, and that's the feeling I get. It's like natural light. It's not, the fluorescent kind of shaded light that we did have before.
How are you liking your desk?
I love how bright everything is. It's been fabulous.
Do you notice a difference with the lighting?
I do. In fact, I didn't used to turn on these spotlights because they provided no light whatsoever. And now it's a huge difference if I don't turn them on. And these ones too are so much brighter. It's like being outside in the sunshine.
Well, not today. They don't get hot.
No, that's right.
I think lots of people, like, when they're in the same environment for years and they don't know, it's like they get used to the amount of light they have, that after the change, it's like, it's such a wow factor to them that it takes some time to adjust. And then once they do, they're like, oh, like actually read what's on the desk.
Straining your eyes.
Yes.
I was working at my desk one day when they were changing the upper lighting, and I had the three of them. All of a sudden I looked up and realized I had three great looking guys on ladders in front of my desk, so I immediately took a picture and shared it with my friends. This is at my workstation today.
The whole building is much better lighted now. We had very few, in fact, no complaints about the work, even when they were working amongst the staff. Of course, that might have had something to do with the fact that Bill and his staff were wearing Speedos, but
That's not true.
right, Bill, that's not true. I'd highly recommend them because they are so accommodating. They did a great job. We haven't had any of the lights burn out yet, and it's been over, well, almost a year.